Ellis driving baseline. What a dive!
Wickham, how sweet was that? Step back three,
Wow.
Taylor George. She's got a flamethrower at the moment.
Shelley with a big triple.
It was acrobatic, it was impressive, it was Steph Talbot.
Jade Melvin, the lefty lay-in. Capitals continue to roll. Perth have been unconscious from three. Alice Koenig connects.
She's pumped up, and so she should be.
Welcome to the AIS Arena, where it's the UC Capitals going head-to-head with the red-hot Perth Lynx. The Capitals are back at their beloved home for the first time since round 6 and are desperate for a win following 4 straight losses. The Lynx, well, they're hoping to spoil the homecoming party and notch their 4th straight victory while sweeping the Caps in their series. It's part 1 of a Sunday Hoops doubleheader, and bringing the action to you are Julia Montesano and former WNBL star and current NBL 1 head coach Larissa Anderson. Larissa, welcome.
Thanks, Julia. Great to be here.
Before we get into today's game, let's take a look at the ladder, and we see that the Lynx are right on Bendigo's heels, Larissa. It's 2nd versus 8th today, but Perth, they be looking to get a step closer to the Spirit.
They are having such a great season, and with Amy Atwell's inclusion in the last 5 games, they are really hitting their straps at a lovely time. So coming to the Christmas break, now January onwards, every single team is in business mode now. So today will be very much business for Perth, they are hoping.
And likewise for Townsville too, they face Geelong in the next game. It's 3rd versus 6th, so a big clash coming up after our one as well. Big clashes all around. We saw the Lightning and the Spirit on Friday night to start this round, so the action just keeps on continuing, which is super exciting. And of course, we're going to turn our attention to today's teams, and we'll start by chatting about the home team. The Caps, they had a bit of a night to forget in Townsville with a 33-point loss. Actually, let's chat about Perth. They're in the informed team of the league right now with 3 straight wins, and of course, they're looking to consolidate a spot in the top 2 with a win here today and back up their 25-point win over Geelong in round 8. Larissa, they are on fire.
They really are, and if you have a look at their average points, their rebound, they just have such a lovely spread, and as mentioned, with Atwell coming in, that's even more potent offensive weapon there. So the fact that they've got 5, almost 6 players averaging double figures, that just makes it so hard to guard and a blessing to coach, a nightmare to guard.
Absolutely, and speaking of nightmares to guard, it is Amy Atwell, of course. She had her best game of the season, 19 points, 3 rebounds and 2 steals at HBF Stadium, and she's played the most minutes of their season in that game, and she's worked her way into form nicely, Larissa.
She really has, and Patrick's really being able to, having to manage her minutes. Each game you can just see she's getting better and better, so having her best game in the last round, let's watch her pretty closely today.
Well, I said Paul Goris might be nervous. Let's see how Perth coach Ryan Petrick is feeling ahead of the game. He caught up with Nathan Strempel earlier on.
Such a depth of talent, Ryan. Is that a blessing or a curse to share those minutes around?
A bit of both. At full strength, it's been a bit of a curse because we're not sure of our rotations. Clearly, with Atwell out early and then Chipper missing 3 games of the wedding, it was a massive luxury to be able to just plug in another star player. But certainly at full strength, we're just not quite sure the combination on any given night.
And also form team of the comp now, 3 wins in a row. Do you feel a sense of target on your back?
No, not with 3 in a row. No, not. I think it's 8 or 9 like Bendigo. I think Bendigo is still the target team. Everyone's kind of chasing. But yeah, 3 in a row, I'm not getting too excited about.
Well, mate, all the best tonight.
Appreciate it.
Very matter-of-fact, Ryan Petrick would expect nothing less. Cool, calm and collected. Thanks to Ryan and Nathan for that interview. Well, staying on Perth, and Mila Sowa is right in contention for the Betty Watson Breakout Player of the Year award. She's averaging 16.2 points, 3.6 rebounds and 2.2 assists per game. Larissa, she's been outstanding.
Yeah, if I was her partner, recently married, I'd be claiming that the name change does her well. She's certainly having a standout season. The Perth style clearly suits her, and she's just relishing in this role. She's having a great season.
Absolutely, she's on fire. And she'll be looking to continue her form here at the AIS Arena today. She had a stellar game last time these two teams met with 24 points, and she'll be looking to repeat those efforts again today against the Caps team, who really are desperate for a win. See Mila Sowa on screen getting ready to go. And of course, we do turn our attention to today's home team. They're back at home for the first time in over a month, but they did have a bit of a night to forget in Townsville with a 33-point loss. But they've returned home after a big road trip and will now get the opportunity to find some winning form with 5 of their next 7 games at home. Let's see what Paul Goris is thinking. He caught up with Nathan Strempel earlier on.
Gary, there's been glimpses of your best, but stringing it together for extended periods has been the problem, and now a stretch at home, a nice place to do that.
Yeah, obviously being at home helps some, but yeah, I would say like over the 40 minutes we've been inconsistent at times from it's a quarter here or there that really undoes all the great work that the girls have been doing, and so being back at home with our home crowd here for a few games definitely helps.
And talking about glimpses of best, when we see Charlie Collier at her best, it's pretty ominous. Unlocking her against this Perth side might be a key tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Is like her size. She had a great game against Adelaide in Adelaide, coming off the back form of that. But it's the same thing for everybody within our group. We've got to be consistent over 40 minutes, so it's finding that every game.
We'll look for tonight to be the night.
Thank you.
Cheers, Gary.
Thanks.
Thanks to Paul and Nathan for that chat. Well, Larissa Anderson, one of the keys to today's game for the Caps is Jade Melbourne. She's having another fine season, averaging 14.4 points, 5.5 rebounds and 6.3 assists per game. She's so important to this team.
She really is, and it's just such a great role that she gets to play here. As such a young player, exciting player, one of our most up-and-coming players in the Australian team. She gets to lead this team in every category, and she's exactly doing that. So hopefully we can just we can keep seeing that. Her stats are probably slightly down on last season, but there's a long way to go, and you can just see she's still getting better and better.
Well, if the Caps are to cause an upset today, Melbourne will need help from the supporting cast, and of course one of those members is Charlie Collier. She's averaging 11.6 points, 7.8 rebounds and 2.7 offensive rebounds per game, Larissa, so she'll need to step up again today.
Well, we saw a couple of games ago she had 20 and 20, and so you can see that she's capable. Imports and new players do take a few rounds to get used to the WNBL, so you can see that each game she is getting that little bit more comfortable, a little bit fitter, a little bit more used to the way we play in our style. So hopefully we see her step up again today, because they absolutely need that from her.
Well, she's in the starting five today for the Caps, and she'll play an important role alongside Horvat, Melbourne, Munga and Potch. And we're on stat watch for Jade Melbourne today. She's 15 points away from 1,000 career points, so we'll keep an eye on that throughout the contest. Of course, she's averaging the 14.4 points per game. Over to the Lynx starting five, and they're going with the same as they usually have this season, to be honest, with Sowa, Gorman, Wilson, Amihia and Maley. So a very potent starting five for the Lynx, Larissa.
Absolutely, and that's bringing Atwell and Chibatoni off the bench. So that's a nice blessing and some great depth.
And today's referees are Kalia Hanks, Jack Taylor and Ethan Tolk. So they'll be having a big job ahead at the AIS Arena. A great crowd packed out as always to watch what's set to be a great game between the UC Capitals and Perth Lynx. Well, welcome to the AIS Arena. It's the Caps up against Perth. The Caps in black singlet and shorts, Perth in all red. Wilson can't quite kick us off. Let's see what Melbourne can do to get her team going and cause an upset. 2nd versus 8th today. This game's part one of 2 Signet WNBL games today. Townsville Geelong after this. Munga did quite well, but eventually Amihia just flexed her muscles and got it off to Maley. Here's Gorman now. She's had a fine season in red. Maley driving. And she gets fouled on the way through.
Just interesting to watch the way both teams are guarding here, and nice early start to Perth. Haven't made the basket, but 2 pretty easy looks here for Perth. So Canberra just need to tighten up on that split line.
So Annalie Maley at the line, looking to get the scoring started. You can see Perth are shooting 68% from the free throw line this season.
Yes, neither of these teams would be thrilled with their foul shooting percentage for the season so far.
Perth ranking 8th in the league at the moment in that stat, so really need to improve if they're to get a step closer to the spirit. And you can see there, that's the stat talking, isn't it? So Potch, a nice spin and a good shot to get us started.
Yeah, great finish there by Potch.
Wilson's had a fantastic season. Really suits Ryan Petrick's game style. Hands off to Amihia, and she gets her game started today.
Amihia just keeps getting better and better every game. Again, another example of a new player to the league. Just needs those few games, but really impressed with her season so far.
Melbourne wants some movement. Goes back to Horvat. Dishes it off to Podge. Can she get back-to-back baskets? Munga, great rebound. Collier has a look. Just rattles out. And Mila Sowa, she's exciting as always, stepping around Melbourne and getting it to go.
She made that look easy, but that was not an easy finish. A very, very nice basket there.
So Perth looking to clean sweep the Caps in this series, up 2-0 at the moment. Munga looking to change it. She's had a few great offensive rebounds, and Horvat takes full advantage.
Credit that to Munga, though. That is one, you know that she's going to bring that intensity, gets after the ball, and Canberra do such a good job on the offensive rebounds.
A good steal there from Melbourne. The no-look pass to Potch, just couldn't quite control it. It's been a fast start from these two teams.
Both these teams love to run. Canberra probably still learning the pace and the decision-making on that. Perth, that's exactly what they want to do all game. They are relentless.
As you mentioned, with some depth on the bench that know the game style very well as well. Amihi with the hand out. Potch read it better. So a couple of good defensive sets here from the Caps. Munga, deadly from three-point range. This time doesn't get it to go. Great rebound, Collier, pumped up. Goes to the charity stripe.
Once again, another offensive rebound. So instantly, that's probably an area of interest there by Ryan Petrick that he's going to have to address. Canberra are a larger team and they are damaging teams on the boards. That's one thing that Coach Goris would be really happy with. They've been very consistent on the offensive boards.
So Charlie Collier, you can see the Caps, their percentage there, 71. So like we said, not as much better than Perth. And again, it's hurting them early on in this game.
That's unfortunately where they let themselves down. They do all the hard work and then don't quite finish from the free throw line. But I'm sure it'll get better.
There you go. Collier gets her first points of the game. As we know what a scoring machine she can be. And she's rebounding it at the opposite end. Can the Caps extend their early lead? Really put the pressure on this Perth Lynx team. Coming off 3 straight wins, the Lynx, and they're off and running here through Maley. Gorman steps in, just rattles out. Melbourne again looking to create. She has a look and knocks it down.
When they're going down, they're great baskets. So that's exactly how Jade Melbourne needs to start the game. That'll feel very good.
So 4-point lead for the Caps. The crowd getting right behind them on this Sunday afternoon at the AIS Arena. Melbourne again with those active hands. She's been very busy to start this game. Shot clock ticking down here for Sowa, has to put it up. And a really great defensive set again from the Caps. I think Paul Goris will be quite happy with how they're going. Yeah, their energy is right up. Their split line on the last couple of possessions have been great and they're blocking out. But I'm also noticing that they're making it really hard for those easy post entries for Perth too. It's exactly the intensity they needed to come out with. Potch from the corner, drives in. And Amir just got her hands right at the end by the looks. And a little confused by that call, but I'm liking that the last time I had the pleasure of commentating Canberra game, they were taking a lot of outside shots. Already in this first quarter, they're attacking a lot more, which is great to see. It's going to get them to the foul line, but it's also going to get them much higher percentage looks. Well, you can stay powered with Signet, Australia's favourite power bank brand. Keep your devices charged and never miss a moment. Visit signet.com to find your perfect power bank. Again, I feel like we're going to have a bit of trouble with these free throws the way the game's going. It's not great percentages so far for both teams. And we need to pick it up, but luckily Potch converts. We'll blame the bouncy rings. Yes, absolutely. I'm sure the players will as well. Wilson, strong drive. Breaks a little scoring run there for the Caps as well, crucially. Jade this time goes the opposite end and she converts. Great drive, great finish. Jade Melbourne matching the Perth Lynx's moves so far. Sowa steps into the 3. Morel on the floor for the first time today. And Melbourne's able to clean up the boards. Gets to work, tough shot.
Yeah, you can see very clearly here Jade's intent is to attack and put Perth under pressure defensively.
Yeah, you said she's going to be the one today for the Caps to really get going.
I mean, she saw Perth weren't quite set there in the half court, so I actually really like that she attacked there, caught them off balance, got herself, drew a foul.
Coach Paul Goris watching on nervously, 7th year as Caps coach. He'll spend a bit of time overseas, the WNBA, Atlanta, as an assistant.
Good ball movement here by the Caps.
It's a shame the shot just fell short there for Collier. It gives Perth a great opportunity to cut back this margin. Atwell on the floor. Coming off 19 points against Geelong. Her best game for the season. Gets it back from Wilson. Puts up a long three. The way she's going, you nearly expected that one to go in.
You do expect those to go in. She doesn't need much time or space to get them off.
And Petra keeping hydrated. It's going to be a long game. A lot of stress for the coaches, I imagine, Larissa.
Well, particularly this is always a danger game for Perth and Canberra. Look, Canberra just need to stay focused on their own on their own goals, and really, as Gori said, the fact that they haven't put 40 minutes together yet, you would imagine they'd be focusing on one quarter at a time, and so far they've started really well.
So it'll be a baseline ball for the Caps. Collier gets open. Horvath, great rebound, and again, the offensive rebounds for Canberra are paying dividends here. Babongi, freshly turned 18, and celebrates with a three. What a start from the Caps. It forces a timeout, 14 plays 6.
And we'll say Babongi just because I said last game, it's so much fun to say, but she is such an exciting young talent, and happy birthday. 18th is a very special one, and great first touch for her.
Great scenes there on the Amy replay for Monique Babongi, the youngster from the Capitals lineup, making instant impact off the bench. And the Capitals are leading 14-6. A great start for Paul Goris's team. And you've got to make sure you're following all the live stats of today's game in the free WNBL app. You can also check out game highlights, team and player info, and more. Download it from the App Store today. See Ryan Petrick there, keeping the faith with his team.
Well, it's only early days, but a nice early settling timeout. Perth probably aren't taking great options right now, whereas Canberra are capitalising off the other end. And you can see there's a big discrepancy in the rebounds right now. So I would imagine that blocking out would be a point of emphasis from the Perth Lynx.
Yeah, especially the offensive rebounds have been quite a problem for them. Canberra doing really well in that part of the game, and it's a bit surprising for Perth. I know they're a very good rebounding team, but I'm sure they'll get together after this timeout and work out where they can improve that stat.
Well, Perth are a lot smaller than most teams, so that's not going to improve as the season goes on. So they need to focus on blocking out and all the attention to detail.
Chivatoni launches a long three. Let's get down to Nathan Stremple courtside. Nathan, what have you got for us?
Well, Rhys, you called it. I was in Ryan Petrick's timeout there. He's just attending the detail of boxing out and then rebounding. He said it's been a jumping contest every time, and they haven't won one yet. So they need to pay attention, box out, then go get a rebound.
Thanks for those insights, Nathan. Right on the money, Larissa. Great pass to Maley. Much better look from Perth.
Much better look. You can see Ryan applauding it. It didn't drop, but that's exactly the look and the ball movement that they need.
So a good response out of the timeout for the Lynx. Jade Melbourne looking to change the narrative. Chivatoni into Wilson. Atwell free. Potch, strong rebound. Melbourne couldn't quite find Collier. Chibatoni's had a lot of work to do out of this
Great
timeout,
pass.
and Morel says thank you very much.
Yeah, the Caps need to know that Perth are relentless on that transition. They've got to get back, they've got to pull the ball up.
Already a couple of great dimes for Chibatoni. She's averaging 4.4 assists, 4th in the league she's ranked in that stat. So she's freshly married, she's a mum, but she's dominating really. It's great to
She's doing
see.
it all,
Yeah.
and congratulations. It's a shame she had to miss a game or two because of her wedding, but I'm sure it was, I heard that it was a beautiful day.
Yeah, the pictures looked amazing. Congratulations to Alex Chibatoni and husband James. Wilson for a 3. Gets her own rebound and gets the follow-up too.
Now this is exactly what Paul Goris was speaking about before the game. They do such a good job. They've started the game and then they just have these little patches with 2, 3, 4 turnovers in a row, not blocking out, and just like that, Perth are back in it.
And this is where players like Melbourne and Collier get really important. They're working together here to try and get the game back on their terms. And the foul is drawn. So Atwell just getting in the way there.
It's a nice little adjustment there by Jade Melbourne on the pass. So you can see Perth are looking to trap, get the ball out of her hands, and that's caused a couple of turnovers, so she adjusted nicely there and got Collier to the line.
So Collier with a nice start to this game. See if she can knock down the second free throw. Of course, we've spoken about both teams' struggle from the line.
We love 2 from 2, Julia.
Yes, let's keep it going. So 16 plays 13. Perth have had a great response out of the timeout. Morel's found herself in some great spots. And she has a chance to go 2 from 2 from the charity stripe now.
I was just about to say that was great D in rotation by the Caps, but they just reached at that last second, albeit probably a little soft. No, I'm not meant to say that, but...
So Tage Morel at the free throw line. She's coming off a fantastic game against Geelong. 12 points, 5 rebounds. Amir here was in foul trouble and Ryan Petrick was able to turn to her and she stepped up.
She does she's strong, so she does a really good job, and the fact that we've mentioned Perth probably don't have the height that other teams do, she really does help in that area. She uses her body, pushes some bodies around, gets some rebounds, and she's a great target for them.
Choi card onto the floor, so they are playing with a bit of a taller lineup now, Perth, with Atwell, Morel and Choi card out there. And Collier's able to finish it off for the Caps.
I really do like that the Caps are looking to put the ball on the floor more, and great clean up there by Collier.
Wilson's movement gets disrupted. Just over 1:30 left. And you can see Katie Dewell back onto the floor for the first time in 3 games. She's had a bit of an Achilles injury that's caused her a bit of trouble, but she got through the game day test and she's back on the floor.
That's great to see. That's already 6 offensive rebounds to Canberra. That's the difference in this game right now.
We spoke about the start of the game, Collier averaging the 2.7 offensive rebounds per game, but we've seen players like Munga step up in that department as well, so it's been a team effort.
You can also see the heavy lifting of that has been in the last few games from Collier, because she is getting better and better. So it's great to see her start the game that way today. Hopefully she can keep it up for 40 minutes.
Morel adds to her points tally. See their total rebounds 15-8. Melbourne, a very nice look.
Any young basketballers out there, just watch Jade Melbourne's change of pace, change of direction, keeps her eyes on the target the whole time. That was a beautiful move.
Let's see if Atwell can respond. Again, Morel under the bucket and same result.
Punishing Canberra's switching there with the mismatch. That was a really nice pass from Atwell.
Babongi, freshly turned 18-year-old on Friday. Just gets turned over. It's just under a minute left. Can Perth take the lead back? Atwell with it. Morell again in that same spot. This time Tofayano gets in the way.
Great help.
So the Caps with a chance to have the last say on this first term, leading 20-18. Diebel gets going.
We love that. What a great finish here. Now they just need to finish the quarter.
And they do. A great start from the UC Capitals in this game. Katie Diebel with the last say on the first turn. That must feel good coming back from injury. And at quarter time, it's the UC Capitals 23, leading Perth 18.
Some insights from that first quarter there. You saw, we always knew the Canberra Capitals were going to be an issue on the glass. It proved to be the case, and even more so with Amy here. 2 quick fouls in the first 4 minutes of the game. It was 16-8 in the rebound count, 6 offensive rebounds to the Capitals. Ryan Petrick addressing that, but the luxury of the depth of the length. Amy here goes to the bench. We see coming in, they make a substitution, and Tasia Morell with her hustle competes for 7 and 3. But watch for Jade Melbourne, able to eat solids for the first time in a few weeks. She comes out and lights up the first quarter with 7 points. Watch for her going forwards.
Nathan, you're right. Great to see Tasia Morell just adding to that depth for Perth, and Mila Sowa having a good start to the quarter.
Great basket by both teams, both putting the ball on the floor and getting themselves high percentage looks, but Perth also 1 from 8 from the three-point line. Does not help, but we know with the style that they play that's going to happen sometimes. So I think more Ryan would be looking at the decisions of which threes that they're taking right now, in terms of if you're not quite on, maybe make that extra pass. But that's the way they play. It's up, it's in, or it's not. And I'm sure we'll see the percentage lift as the game goes on.
Potch gets the back pass from Munga.
Great
Diebel
follow.
collects it. Potch bakes it in. Chance for a 3-point play.
Look, we've discussed it before, though. She needs to take that three. She is so quick, so athletic. Teams are playing off her. She has to hit that three. Credit to her that she followed it, got the deflection, created the offensive board, and got the putback, and gets rewarded.
So a three-point play at one end and potentially one at the other end if Potch can make this free throw. 5 points for the game so far for her. She adds to her points tally in the second term. Gorman with it for Perth. Into Morel. Didn't take advantage of the mismatch, instead gave it to Sowa. Reverse in.
That's such a tough finish. Lovely finish.
We spoke about her at the start of the broadcast. A real contender for the Betty Watson Breakout Player of the Year. Munga launches. And Potch. Again, they're following the ball well, like you mentioned, Larissa.
I love that there was no hesitation. There must have just been a bit of a gust of wind that came as she shot that ball.
Tofeano.
Tough finish.
Very tough make, exactly right. And even tougher, she came off a concussion test, game day decision for today, and she's passed it, and she's looking really good. Not afraid to take contact. Maley shares it with Chibatoni. Gorman open. Tofeano, again, tough rebound. She's been a really nice addition to this Caps lineup.
She really has, and she's giving them some great minutes. So Collier getting an extended break here with Tofeano doing such a good job. That was a great block out, strong two hands.
She does add that much needed height to the Caps lineup as well.
She really does, but she gives them the blessing that they can actually go big, which a lot of teams can't. The league's not huge this year. Caps have some really nice height.
Melbourne steps into the shot and knocks it down.
Jade's just looking really balanced, poised, giving us, she's like, there's been a couple of games where she's just looked off balance and a bit rushed. She just looks great today.
Chibatoni, nice finish.
As does Chibatoni, another one that clearly getting married suits her, even though she was having a great season anyway.
Still Chibatoni on the back of the singlet. Same result, great season. D-ball! Back-to-back triples for her.
2 for 2. She is a shooter and she will not hesitate. Nor should she.
Just like that, a 10-point lead opens up for the Caps. And it's in the right hands with Jade Melbourne. Her pace is electric. That one just fell short. Crowd willing that one to go in. Gorman does the same on the opposite end, and she heads to the line.
Well done by Gorman. Saw Tofeano as her only defense between her and the basket and really attacked there. Used her shoulder well.
She's had a really great season so far, Steph Gorman. Started most games for the season. Really taking advantage of that role and having nice averages of just under 7 points per game and just over 3 rebounds as well.
I agree, Julia. The fact is you expect a certain standard from your Atwells and your Maleys, etc. But for someone like Gorman to come in and do what she's done, that's a huge highlight for the Perth Lynx season.
Of course, coming across from the Coburn Cougars, Defensive Player of the Year in 2023 there, in her second season with the Lynx now, so she's really hitting her straps nicely. So Perth applying the pressure after those free throws. We see that very often from the Lynx, just that full court press.
Yeah, and
straight after the free throws.
Unfortunately, those turnovers, let's see, they've got a nice 10-point or 8-point lead here. Those are the turnovers they need to negate from their game pretty quickly.
Chibatoni with it. You can see Sowa and Melbourne, two players we spoke about at the start of the game, leading points for the two teams. Sowa's look just fell a bit short. Horvat into Collier. Very good drive.
Yep, great drive. Love a good power move, and that was a great decision.
Amihia. Oh, tough drive. Good
Anything
finish.
you can do,
Yeah.
I can do too.
seen a bit of that this game. We've seen back-to-back threes, back-to-back three-point plays and tough finishes, so that pass just went over Munga's head. You can see them getting right around Collier there, just telling her to keep her head up, don't lose your cool. She's having a really good start to the game, to be fair, so good to get around her and keep her confidence up. Mihia shares it with Chibatoni, goes over the top of the defense, and Melbourne's there to rebound. And using that signature pace, Steeble, can she go 3 from 3? That one's a bit off. She's had a really fine start to the game. Again, Collier just take a few deep breaths. So too Paul Goris. His team's still in the lead, but definitely would like to clean a few things up.
Big shout out to the Caps crowd too. No matter what results, no matter where they stand on the ladder, the local Canberra fans always come out to support, which we all love to see in the WNBL.
Absolutely, and they're at an amazing venue this season, the AIS Arena. It's looking fantastic every game. What a great slot for hoops as well. Sunday Arvo, where else would you rather be? He gets disrupted there. Foul called.
Really loving the Canberra D so far this afternoon. They've had a couple of little brain fades, but overall you can see when the ball goes in the post, whichever that strong guard is hedging in and crowding and making them pull the ball up, kick it on. It's just got the Lynx second guessing which option they take at the moment, which for a shooting team, that's what you need to do. So credit to the Caps so far defensively.
Mihia gets the first one to go. Ranking 9th in the league for points per game with just over 15. She's looking to continue her scoring ways today to the 5 points for the game, 6 points for the game, sorry.
Much better job there by the Caps. You can see Perth maintain that press off the free throw, but that time the Caps, it doesn't mean offensively you have to force, and much better job there by the Caps.
Jade Melbourne's heating up. Nathan Spenfel told us to watch out for her, and she's definitely looking the goods. On her way to those 1,000 career points.
She's looking great today, Jade Melbourne. Very relaxed, shooting a great percentage, still getting her assists, getting them through their stuff.
What can she do with it here? Her team up by 8. It fell to Munga fortuitously in the end. Sowa takes it away for Perth. Wilson loves this range. Couldn't make it count this time. Maley, no surprise to see her with an offensive rebound and gets her first points for the game.
Perth just are not feeling it from the 3 right now, so those offensive rebounds are invaluable. And yeah, as you said, great finish by Maley there on the reverse layup.
Melbourne getting to work on Sowa. Step back. It's not good. Me here now to Chibatoni. No one in the key. Munga hits the deck. Mr. Mihia making the defense work there. So hard to guard.
Yeah, the refs have been pretty consistent with that today. Body position pretty good. They're just calling all the little reaching fouls, so need to keep their hands out.
Atwell looking to get her game going. That one rims out as well. Atwell, another one yet to score for Perth.
That's 1 from 13 from the 3 right now for Perth.
Uncharacteristic, that's for sure. As Munga keeps applying the pressure. Wilson driving. Gets slapped away from her. She's able to keep it in her hands. And she'll head to the free throw line. Good repeated effort there.
Yeah, absolutely. And great decision to put the ball on the floor.
So Ali Wilson will head to the line for 2. And calling all sports teams, say goodbye to travel headaches and hello to CTM Sport. CTM are 100% committed to delivering excellence in our field. Leave the logistics to the travel experts so your athletes can focus on what they do best. Learn more at ctmsport.com.au. And as we have a timeout, we're going to throw to a quick break. It's the Caps 41 leading Perth 33. Ali Wilson remains at the line after that timeout. Caps leading 41-33. On Sunday afternoon hoops at the AIS Arena. Perth coming off 3 straight wins. The Caps, they haven't won since the 21st of November up against Townsville at this arena by the 1 point. So desperate to get a victory in their hands, and they're looking good so far. Let's quickly cross to Nathan Strempel courtside. Nathan, what have you got for us?
Listening in with Goris during that timeout, he was just reinforcing the Caps' need to continue to move the ball. They've done a great job finding the open player often triggered by double teams on Jade Melbourne. Just want to ensure they continue to see Charlie Collier inside. She's been great early with 7 and 5. Want to make sure they see her and have her playing off 2 feet in the paint.
Thanks for that, Nathan. We have noticed a bit of focus on Charlie Collier. Here she is with ball in hand. Just misses the shot. Perth a few quick passes. It ends up with Wilson. And again, the threes just aren't falling for Perth.
And look, from our point of view, we'd look at that and say from Ali Wilson, that's probably not a good shot. They're 1 from 13, that's now 1 for 14. But when they're hitting, they're the shots and that's the way they play. So be interested to know whether Petrick tells them maybe not to keep letting those one pass shot fly, but that is the way they play, and they are only down by 7.
Definitely very reachable for Perth, but the Caps in the lead so far this afternoon. Melbourne steps back. That 3 doesn't go either.
Nice little change up in D there by Perth, just going into a zone. Forced what you would call a contested 3-point attempt there by Jaden Melbourne. I was about to yell out to Maley then. That was the ball's coming. Probably wouldn't have helped.
Amelia steps in. I think the crowd just held a collective sigh of relief when Jade got up, hit the deck quite hard there.
They certainly go hard. Anyone that says basketball is a non-contact sport, there's a debate there to be had.
Absolutely, especially in this league. They're so admirable the way they go about it. Collier to Babongi. Nails it! And when it's going your way, it's going your way. It's a complete opposite story for the Caps.
Credit to them. And I'm loving these young players not hesitating, that if the shot's there, they're taking it. If the drive's there, they're taking it with confidence.
Caps back out to a 10-point lead. Could Atwell change that? Kicks it out to Maley, who attempts. She was fouled on the 3 attempt.
Great job by Atwell there. You play her as a shooter. She saw the defense was up out of their stance. She put the ball on the floor. That was a much better 3-point attempt by Maley.
And the Amy replay, Monique Babongi again sends a triple into the basket. Loving her first few days of being 18. So Maley at the line. And now we spoke about the free throw percentage. It becomes even more important when you're trying to fight back a deficit. Shots aren't going your way. These are the shots you have to make.
Well, it's a bonus 3. Not often do you get a foul on the three-point shooter.
Yeah, exactly.
You want to capitalise.
Gets all 3 to go. Very good. 44 plays 37 now. Great sets of passes here, but Bongi this time can't capitalise. Sowa up ahead, but Melbourne meets her there.
Great pass by Jade Melbourne. Yep.
Collier gets it to go.
That is a great pass and great post up by Collier with Atwell on her.
All smiles on the Caps' faces there. Melbourne loving the assist, Collier at the line.
I'm just loving that the Caps are clearly having a bit more fun out there today, enjoying being in front of their home crowd. They're playing a lot more relaxed. They're going to make mistakes because they are trying to keep pushing the ball and maintain that pace. But so much improvement today overall so far.
Ami here now into Wilson. Just keeps it in on the smaller D-ball and takes advantage.
The Caps probably need to recognise that and crowd her double team on the catch there.
Melbourne now.
Great look.
D-ball again. Can't convert. Collier fouled again.
Is that Amy Hughes' 3rd? See who they call this on.
Flexes the muscles. Charlie Collier. And just gets disrupted going back up. Well, Ford Dealers are all about supporting the game here in Australia. From Ford Aussie Hoops to the WNBL, we've been backing Aussie sports and communities for nearly 100 years. So when you're ready to hit the court, your local Ford dealer is here to help you get to the game. So Ami here does take a seat. The 3rd foul of the game. It's been an unfortunate theme for her as late. She has been in a bit of foul trouble. Just trying to manage the sort of different refereeing down under. So a Perth ball, under a minute left in the opening half. A bit shell-shocked with this Caps performance.
Amy Hughes just taking a break. I believe that's only 2 fouls on her. That foul was called on Anna Maley, her 2nd.
So should be relieved, and Ryan Petrick will be a bit relieved as well. Jay Melbourne looking to run something here for the Caps. All very still. Scoops it to Babongi, who drives. And ends up with Sowa. Not much time to work with at the end of the half. Mila Sowa. Morel couldn't quite claim the rebound. Quick shot from Atwell. And it just rattles out. They definitely needed that, the Lynx. But how about the Caps? Putting on a great performance in front of their home fans. For their first home game in nearly a month. At halftime, it's Caps 46 leading Perth 39. A really great start from Paul Goris' team, Larissa.
That is by far their best offensive performance in the first half for a long time. Possibly, I'd have to look back, possibly the whole season. 46 points, and it's through discipline offensively that they probably haven't shown for that much, like for the whole quarter, those whole 2 quarters, whole half. So credit to the Caps. If I was Lynx, I'd be looking at it going, not the halftime score we wanted. However, we are 1 from 16 from the 3 and we're only 7 points down. So look out if they start hitting those shots.
Let's throw to Nathan, who's got Jay Melbourne beside him.
Jado, the whole group look like they're playing with a bunch of energy, but you in particular, do you feel like you're a little bit more juiced now that you're eating solids again?
Eating solid food. I had 4 days at home with my family and a great Christmas lunch to recharge. So I'm feeling good, but I think it was the reset we needed. We've come out firing, and now it's about you know, we've had a great 20 minutes. It's now another 20 minutes to put together a full 40-minute performance.
Yeah, you've been great personally, picking apart what the defence throws at you, 11 and 6. But as a group, your connection just looks like it's improving. Yourself and Charlie Colley are linking up really well on the offensive and defensive end.
Yeah, so we knew that they liked a hard show, so we're trying to exploit that. They send 2 to me, we play 4 on 3 on the backside and stuff. So we worked on that. The team's done a great job of executing the game plan. So now it's about 20 more minutes. I asked for a mid-range jump shot for Christmas, and I seem to have got that. So yeah, feeling good.
Thanks, Santa. Appreciate it. All the best.
Thank you.
Shade Melbourne there, going into half-time in the lead. It's the UC Capitals 46. Got the jump on the Perth Lynx 39. Stay with us.
He's going for 3. Oh, almost. Oh, come on, Claire. There you go. Hit another one. You can get it. You can get it. This is it. We are the winner, ladies and gentlemen. Well done. Come on back, Jack. Come on back. Well done, mate. Love your sportsmanship. Well done. Give our contestants a big round of applause. And what we do have for you guys is a voucher to head along to Peninsula Brew Pub in Bradford. Beautiful food, of course, beautiful beers. And we've got, how old are you, Jack? Because I feel like this prize will be going to your folks. 18. I feel like I'm a bouncer at a nightclub right now. And pull out the 8. We will get you your parents to decide whether or not you're giving this prize. We're going to do that. A nice little Benspo prize back for you as well. Well done. Give them one more round of applause and thank you, Benspo. Come on over this way, guys, and we'll get you your prize. A bit more time before we get our players back under the ball. Plenty of time to head up to our merch stand. Any people that you forgot about at Christmas time, make sure you head on up there and get them an awesome bit of merch from our merch stand upstairs. And thank you to Norths and Mines Basketball Clubs for doing our court sweeping today and getting involved in some of our awesome games here today.
The UC Capitals would like to thank its following sponsors: Paul Hubbins, Benspo, Gerald Slavin, the AIS AV Services, McDonald's, The Property Company, Tabs and the Sprout, the Colliers, and the Traditional Owners and Original Corporation.
I've loved my time in Perth the last 2 seasons. I love Ryan and his playing style. I love the club. Perth is obviously home for me as well, so family and friends there. We brought back a lot of girls from last year, but we also have some new players coming in, are going to play really big roles for us. I'm just really excited to see where this team goes. Playing in the Olympics has been a dream since I was a little girl. Wouldn't have pictured it would happen this way, but I mean, that's sports. Just before they went to Spain, they had called me a couple days before and asked me to come as like a training player / emergency reserve, and I was like, yeah, like, of course, wouldn't turn that down, but kind of knew the odds were pretty slim. Unfortunately for Beck, something did happen in that second practice game, but we weren't too sure of the outcome or what was going to happen with that, so I flew to Paris with them, but was meant to just go our separate ways in Paris. And then it was later that night, they were like, actually, can you come to Lille to maybe train for a couple more days? The next 24 hours felt like it dragged on for 2 weeks, waiting for the phone call one way or another, and then, yeah, jumped on a train to Lille and joined the girls. To say that I'm an Olympian now is just a pinch me moment still, and something I didn't think would happen at all or this soon. Definitely not the way you envisioned it. Either way, it was an unreal experience, and I was embraced with open arms by the girls and the coaching staff when it all happened. I like to have a lot of fun, on and off the court. I think a lot of people know that about me. I like to goof around a little bit, but knuckle down when it's serious time. I don't take anything too seriously. Like to do things spur of the moment and just have fun. I'm working on kind of my leadership and things like that, and obviously Maylee leads from the front and is a super good leader and captain for us. Anything I can do to make her job easier and lead as well and be that role model for the girls more by doing and just being that leader on and off the court.
Welcome back to AIS Arena, where it's the UC Capitals leading the Perth Lynx by 7 points. We just saw a brilliant feature piece on Amy Atwell. It hasn't quite been her day. All the Lynxes, 1 from 17 from the three-point range, Larissa Anderson. They changed. Being courtesy of their captain, Jade Melbourne. You can see there she's leading the way in points and assists for her team. And then for Perth, you've got Ami here leading the way for points, Sowa with rebounds, and Wilson with assists. Collier also with the 7 rebounds and 9 points, so we're on double watch for her as well. We're also on stats watch for Jade Melbourne. She needs just 4 more points to hit 1,000 career points, and she's leading her team brilliantly to start this game, Larissa Anderson.
She's had a great first half, and I've mentioned a few times just how much more relaxed she looks. I loved her halftime interview that she asked for a mid-range from Santa, and well done, Santa, for delivering that. I think she had a pretty nice mid-range anyway. I think what she's talking about is that she would have been pretty frustrated going into Christmas, and you could see that in her game. But credit to her, there is no happier, bigger, smiling player than Jade Melbourne, and it's really nice to see her a bit more relaxed today, and the stats are indicative of that.
And you can see her highlights there. She's been doing everything from leadership to defense to offense. She seems older than she is with her maturity on the court and off the court. You saw her grace in the interview and how happy she was talking about, what's sort of going on in her life, and she's just having so much fun out there.
She does, and every player plays better when they're like that. I mean, the moment you allow the weight of the world on your shoulders, your game's not going to improve. You need to stay relaxed. You need to keep backing yourself. And you saw from that highlight reel, when she is not second-guessing herself and she's pulling the trigger, she knows she's open, the results come. She can play. She can flat-out play, and she's just looking so much more relaxed and confident today.
Well, it's now time to check out the Dream Courts Plays of the Round for Round 8. Now to their lead here. Runway. Bringing up momentarily. No! On the buzzer!
Ellis this time steps inside, pretty step. Awesome finish. 2-second differential between game coming shot clock here. Ali Wilson and me here. Hard, aggressive inside, gets the 2 to go.
Wilson pushing the pace, not much time left. Great work, Ali Wilson. She's hyped up and about, why wouldn't she be? Beautiful pass.
play from the Lightning.
Welcome back to the AIS Arena, where it's the UC Capitals 46 leading the Perth Lynx 39 at half-time. And you may notice today that players from both teams have a purple band around the top of their singlet. This band is a powerful symbol of support for survivors of domestic violence. This season, the WNBL clubs, athletes and the Players Association have united to raise awareness around this critical issue. Enough is enough. A life free from violence is possible, and when everyone plays a role, real change happens. Learn how you can be part of the solution by visiting Full Stop Australia. Let's cross down to Nathan Strempel courtside. Nathan.
Well, Jade Melvin asked for a mid-range jump shot for Christmas. My daughter asked for a Frank Green drink bottle. That's where she's going wrong. Got to get her hoops game going from Santa. But touching base with the coach of the half, talking to Gorry, he said it's really more of the same for the UC Capitals. Defensively, done a great job guarding the perimeter, which shows in that 1 of 17 three-point clip for the Lynx. So he said more of the same. He realised they're elite shooters. They're going to keep looking to go from the perimeter, and he loves what they're doing offensively, reading what the D gives them, and Jade Melvin getting several players involved, starting to see the potential of Charlie Collier. We saw her have 20 and 20 against Adelaide a few weeks ago. She's up to 9 and 7. Jade doing a great job linking up with her. For the Lynx, I talked to Ryan Petrick. He said, well, if we go 2 of 34 for the 3 for the game, we're probably not going to get the job done. But he believes in their shooting. The simple math means if they've shot 1 of 7 in the first half, they're probably going to shoot it a little bit better coming home. So they're going to keep believing in the 3, and also they need to look after the glass. They did a better job in the second quarter, and that's probably with Amy here able to play a little bit more without the foul trouble. If she stays out of foul trouble, she'll help compete against Charlie Collier on the glass.
Awesome updates, Nathan. Thank you so much. And Larissa, we've got an answer to our question. Perth sticking with the same thing. Let's see if they can improve their shooting percentage. Although the Capitals improving their defense by the looks as well.
Well, I think that's what it's going to come down to. If the Caps maintain this intensity defensively, it's just enough to make Perth hesitate that little bit, and they're just not shooting in their normal rhythm.
Capitals take it away again to start the third term. Day Melbourne, you can see leading the way for points, as Nathan mentioned. Charlie Collier looking good on the verge of a double-double. Just misses the shot that time round though. Sowa now gets confronted, and again the Caps are off and running. This has been a very good start to the third term. Munga can't bank it in. And Perth breathe a sigh of relief there.
You can just see, though, we discussed in the first half, that crowded pack-in type defence every time the ball does get in the paint for Perth. A great job by the Caps again then.
Jade spoke about them double teaming her, and as a response, they've gone and double teamed pretty much everyone they can. Annalie Maley with it. Amihia. And there you go. The shots start to fall for Perth.
You have to laugh. She is probably, Amy here is probably the least three-point shooter of the team, and that one goes down. But that was great penetration kick.
Just their second 3 for the game.
And I love that she shot it.
I'm sure Ryan Patrick would love that as well. As Nathan mentioned, they're believing in their game plan. They're sticking with it. And so can't convert.
Great job by Horvat there. They've got a run here, 5-on-4.
Horvat just extends their lead slightly. Wilson. Guarded by Melbourne. Ami here. Nice jumper there.
You can see perhaps Amy here also requested a catch and shoot for Christmas because she needs to keep backing herself on that. She's clearly so athletic. A lot of bigs are backing off her to try and cover the fact that she is so quick. But she started with two from away from the field for this third quarter.
Great dime from Jade. Great finish by Horvat. A 6-point lead for the Caps. And that one just goes wayward for Ami here.
Just a few uncharacteristic mistakes here from the Perth Lynx, and that's what happens when your game style's letting you down a little bit. You start to second guess. They just need to stay tight here and keep doing what Perth do really well.
You can see 8 turnovers to 7. Jade going one way then the other, kicking it out to Horvat. They work together once again. This time the shot falls short from Horvat. And Ami here. Really starting to get going. Maley. Nice jumper there from her.
Great transition basket there by Perth. But Caps are getting some great looks here. Just a couple haven't dropped, but I'm really liking the movement of the ball. They're getting wide open shots. Like this one. That's exactly what they need. Just didn't finish. Collier tends to fade away a lot when really she's such a strong big body. Needs to power up more.
Warman's 3 falls short. Horvat keeps it in. And then goes down. Hopefully nothing serious there. We'll keep with the play for now. Melbourne. To Poch.
That's
Collier
great ball
again. This time she makes it.
Hopefully Horvat's okay.
She's sticking out there. I'm sure Nathan's keeping a very close eye on her.
Smart drive by Ellie Wilson there.
Horvat walking a bit gingerly towards the bench. So we'll take a look at what happened here. So just
The good old stand on the foot
Yeah.
injury. It's not nice. It's probably how a majority of ankle injuries happen, by stepping on another foot.
She looks in a bit of discomfort there on the bench. We hope it's nothing too serious. Meanwhile, Wilson at the line. Been a bit quiet by her standards this game. Of course, she's such a natural three-point shooter, and the team's only hit 2 for the game.
Not often do you see the two true bigs for the Caps, Toffiano and Collier, on together. Let's see if they can do some damage inside.
Potch looks to go herself, and why not?
Love it. We've discussed it many times. She has to shoot that. Good for her.
The confidence in these Capitals players has been amazing to watch. So to Amir here, full of confidence.
That almost looked like she shot that with 2 hands. That was a very tough finish by Amir.
Melbourne one way than the other. Babongi from the corner. Potch couldn't quite collect it. It's going to remain a Caps ball.
Rebounding again is keeping the Caps in the game. Just those second, third efforts, the offensive rebounds, possessions.
So 55 plays 49. Babongi makes the cut. Toffiano under the rim. Babongi's still with it. Toffiano, that's great teamwork.
That was a long time in the key too. But great job by the Caps.
So the 2 bigs on the floor. Toffiano takes advantage. Chibatoni, can she convert a 3? She can!
Just a side note, that's 2 for 2 from Chibatoni, so I'd be looking at it more if I was her.
Absolutely. Over the dime to Toffiano. She says, count that. I'm heading to the charity stripe.
Just in case there was any doubt. Love it.
We mentioned just the fun and the confidence of these Capitals players. Jade with the fist pump there as well. 59-52. Ella Toffiano at the line. 2 points so far for her this game. Everyone just takes a deep breath. She converts the 3-point play. Amir here now. 15 points for her. Her stat line has ballooned up in this 3rd quarter. Although Collier says, not in my house. I don't know if Amir will get the call she wants. Collier's hyped.
She does time those blocks really nicely, Collier, and very much enjoyed that one, as she should.
Amir here this time wants to get her revenge, and she does.
Love seeing her shoot the ball, but I was just about to comment on the aggressive switching defense that the Caps have going here too. It's just great to see them coming out so aggressive again.
Melbourne misses the triple. Let's cross down to Nathan. You have an update on Chantal Horvat, I believe.
Yeah, Julia, as I walked past the bench, I just heard her say, I jammed it so bad, and it's not a case she's rolled her ankle as such. She's just got some impingement there. It's just closed down and is sore. So you just saw her stretching out behind her ankle. She'll be fine to keep playing. Side note, keep an ear out in this stadium if Jade Melbourne does get to 15 points. At halftime, the in-stadium MC worded up the crowd that would make 1,000 WNBL points, and this crowd absolutely adores Jade Melbourne, so listen out for that one.
Amazing, Nathan. Thanks for the update. We've seen so many Jade Melbourne singlets around the arena. Everyone seems so hyped up. What a great atmosphere on Sunday Arvo. Collier knocks it down.
That was a great drive and dish by Toffiano then. The 2 bigs working nicely together so far. Another 3 for Maley. That's 2 for 2. They're always going to drop, but the last 2 threes have been off really good penetration, kick, space, time. They've gone in.
So Perth cut the Capitals' lead to 2. It's a crucial time in the game. Collier. Babongi, it somehow ends up in her hands.
Oh.
Great effort by her, and just over her head. Why not?
Why not? Why not Maley?
Oh, Annalie Maley cuts the lead down to 1. What a game this is turning out to be.
It was always going to happen at some point.
Babongi, can she respond? A chance of Perth to take the lead here. Wilson, a few Caps bodies ahead of her. Maley knocks down Melbourne. She knew the call as soon as she hit the floor.
I'm just constantly chuckling behind the microphone here. I'm just loving seeing both teams have some fun with it, be a bit jovial.
Now the Amy replay, Annalie Maley, all money from long range. It's so uncharacteristic seeing a me here and Maley going for long range shots, but it's working. Maley all of a sudden up to 16 points. She hadn't scored until the start of the second term, and she's having a real impact on this Perth Lynx team.
Look, that's actually really stood out to me this season, how much Annalie's three ball has improved, and she is not hesitating to pull the trigger. I mean, if you're going to play for Perth, you need to be prepared to shoot the three, and it has really improved for her.
So we're on Jade Melbourne watch, 4 points away from the 1,000 WNBL points. Nathan mentioned the crowd's riding every wave with her. Can she get it back here from Potch? Potch drives, can't bank it in. Chibatoni, great hustle. Got a few Caps bodies ahead of her. And great work to get back from Paul Goris's team. Potch again driving. And she'll go to the line for a couple.
A few bodies on the floor at the moment. There's some aggressive takes and just getting each other in each other's space a little bit. But Potch finds herself to the line. Hopefully she can make both.
So a bit to think about for both coaches. A 1-point ball game. 1:46 left in this third period. See the brains trust there. Jade Melbourne and Paul Goris having a quick chat. Maley still remaining on the floor though. She does have the 3 fouls next to her name. A really crucial piece of this Lynx comeback. Melbourne cuts it off. The long range quarterback pass, we've seen it so many times. This time it doesn't quite pay off. She was so close and she knows it.
It was great running by the floor by Potch, and Jade does such a beauty. She has such a good full court pass. It would have been nice. I mean, they've got to look at that.
So can the Lynx take the lead here? Gorman, Chibatoni. Thought about the three. She's looking good from that long range. Morel. Melbourne with the active hairs just swats it away. Takes off Babongi. Oh, just took one too many steps. Maley in the right spot at the right time.
Just a few exchanges, end-to-end turnovers here, so we'll see which team can settle first and get a couple of nice baskets. Perth had three threes in a row from Maley, but now just a few turnovers.
Morel, Chibatoni. Perth still looking for a chance to get in the lead. Maley, another one!
That is officially a heat check. That's 4 threes this quarter, 4 from 4. Great job, Maley.
Perth back in the lead, courtesy of an Annalie Maley outstanding third term. Has lit it up from long range. Perth were 1 from 17 at halftime. Capitals still fighting hard to respond. But Maley, she's everywhere. Takes the defensive rebound this time. 16 left. Morel, double teamed. Can Maley go 5 from 5? Gives it to Chibatoni this time. Double teamed again, Morel. Melbourne swats it away. She has to go for a quick shot. Melbourne from half court. Not quite. What a comeback from the Perth Lynx. We have got a game on our hands as we end the third period. At three-quarter time, it's Perth 66, leading the Caps 64. Don't go anywhere.
sure? Okay, good job. Good job. All right. Now I'm going to spin you around.
You still got to be on the point of the screen.
Hang on.
Okay, it's no wide open.
Moving all the way. Okay. Now you start walking, we're going to change on you. You go for it.
Okay, I'm fine with the ball now. We're just sitting there contested.
That's a good start. That's a good start. Keep going. It's all thanks to all Highlands. See if we can get the $150. Keep going. It's going to be flawless. It's going to be flawless. That is probably the first time in Huddle Cappy history that someone has not even walked in the wrong direction once. Can we give the a big round of applause? Thank you, Cappy. Thank you to the Cuddles. And we've got good news today because we've got $150 heading your family's way. Thanks to all homes to help out with the next round of basketball, please. What do you reckon? Sound good? Nice. Well done. Big round of applause. Thank you, all homes. Thank you, Cappy. Come on over, Cal. We'll get you a prize. We'll make sure we get you $150 towards that next round of basketball, please.
Contested, rushed, off balanced, whereas the threes that they've taken and made this quarter have all been balanced and off ball movement.
Let's head to Nathan Strempel courtside. Nathan.
Listening to Canberra there during that break, Paul Burris nice and calm, just talking about what they're doing defensively, contesting the three. Obviously, they knew there was a moment where it'd come. Annalie Maley on an absolute heat of that quarter, talk about making her a driver, not letting her shoot open threes. But it's a passion from Jade Melbourne that's great. It's like, hey guys, we've got to take that personally. They absolutely cooked us that quarter. So watch for the passion for the Caps coming out now in the fourth.
Thanks for that update, Nathan. As you mentioned as well, the crowd going crazy in anticipation of potentially her 1,000th career point. She needs 4 more. Kabongi with it now. Gets swatted away by Amihia. A little bit of boxing there with the padding as well.
I just like that, well, they're enjoying it, and why wouldn't you? That was another great block. Great take, but probably needed to use her left hand there, not her right.
The Caps looking to respond after a 27-18 third term. It's resulted in a Perth 2-point lead. Melbourne dishes it to Collier, rises up and gets it to go.
That's a much better finish by Collier, and Jade Melbourne keeping us all in suspense on the edge of our seat, only having not scoring that third quarter, so still on the 11 points. But great to see Chantel Horvath back out there.
So a double-double for Collier now. Potch looks to add to her rebound tally. Melbourne. And she get her first points on the board. Instead, assist. Collier, what an amazing time. It's showtime from Jade Melbourne. And the Caps have had exactly the right start to this fourth term.
That's 14 turnovers for the Lynx, which, look, it's just been a little bit uncharacteristic of them today, but this is game on.
Melbourne and Collier, the 1-2 show. Jade Melbourne just falls short. You hear the crowd riding every wave with her. Jade Melbourne up to 11 points. Also the 11 assists as well. So double-doubles all round for the Caps. Maley into Amihia. Horvat just interfered there. Crowd not loving that one. Always a great crowd in the house at the AIS Arena, and some early subs from Ryan Petrick. Sowa comes off the floor, and Amy Atwell is injected into the game. Wilson. Gorman, Amihia gets
Great
around
take.
Melbourne and gets fouled on the way through.
So you can see there, because Amy here has shot the ball a couple of times, now defense is kind of out of their stance when they're closing her out. You can see there, that is a great take. Catching Jade Melbourne, launching out at the closeout, again getting herself to the free throw line.
Well, for a quick and easy weeknight dinner that the whole family will enjoy, pick up a family pack of Latina fresh pasta and sauce. Ready in minutes and so delicious there won't be any complaints at the dinner table. Find Latina fresh in a chilled pasta aisle near you. So Amihia levels things in Canberra, 68 apiece. Perth looking for their 4th straight victory. The Caps, they're looking for their first win since the 21st of November. And that's a good shot there from Poch.
That's a great shot. Collier becoming a force inside, drawing 2 defenders, left Poch wide open for that perimeter shot.
Amihia goes on the left. So tough on the drive, and again, she's gonna find herself at the free throw line.
Somehow found herself just completely just slipped through that little gap there. It was pretty good D there.
Collier just got the hand in there.
Having watched the replay, probably wasn't great defense there.
So Amihia knocks the first one down. Great crowd packed into the house at the AIS Arena in Canberra. Great venue for hoops.
So much history in this venue over the years.
Absolutely. So many great names are played in this arena. You can see Amihia making a name for herself in here with 21 points. Babongi, it gets it to go.
What a shot.
Everyone was holding their breath there for a second. Maylee go 5 from 5. This time it misses. Babongi to Poch. Horvat, great spin. So Caps just like that, back out to a 5-point lead. How do the Lynx respond? Poch again hitting the deck. It's been really tough all game. Foul called. It's a real physical battle out there. You can see how much this game means to both teams.
It's just the challenge when you're guarding 5 pure shooters for the Perth Lynx. Their closeouts are really challenging.
Wilson has an open look. Collier collects the rebound. Babongi with it. Poch wants to find Melbourne. Goes to Collier inside. Horvat asking for it. Kicking it back out. Collier from the top of the 3-point line. Maylee able to collect it. Probably an unneeded foul there from Horvat.
That was a great high-low there between Collier and Horvat, and she just made that little left-hand shot. I would have loved to see her have taken that up strong again. She passed it out. I think she could have powered that up and backed herself there.
Spoke about the free throw percentage. This is where it's going to come in. Capitals in the bonus, and Annalie Maylee has to walk. And Foot Locker is celebrating 50 years of sneakers. Celebrate 50 years and the current hoops season by grabbing the latest kicks and apparel at your nearest Foot Locker, the official major partner of the WNBL.
Well, that's 15 from 21. They would love those 6 points back right now, Perth.
I mentioned their free throw percentage, 68 for the season, Perth. They ranked last in that category. They've got a massive chance here with 6.5 left. And the Caps over the limit.
I've said it before. I suggest that Perth perhaps start taking their free throws from the three-point line.
Yeah.
Not today, though.
Yeah. Potts with it now. Horvat looking to get revenge on Maley. And the crowd tells you what happened there. Maley in a bit of disbelief. It's been a great battle between those two.
It is a great battle.
Maley not wrapped, but they're certainly enjoying it as neutrals. So 4-point stands between these two teams.
I believe that's 4 personal fouls on Maley too, which is...
that's right. A big turning point in this game. Conchoika comes onto the floor in her place. Babongi lets it rip!
How is that from the 18-year-old? Such poise, great finish.
On the one leg, if you don't mind. She's so classy, Monique Babongi.
That's
Atwell.
a better shot by Atwell. Still doesn't drop for her though.
And the Caps get it back once again. Horvat has Poch ahead of her and Collier. Babongi free. Thought about it. A whistle there in the backcourt. We need a heat check for Monique Babongi. You can see there the tangle there between Collier and Atwell. Atwell pleading with the ref, wasn't she?
In the middle of the play, Atwell's having a little conversation with how long.
Well, the refs took notice. Me here, strong rebound. She's going to be rewarded. And this crowd is really up and about at the moment.
Yeah. They're
Well,
tricky
Nathan,
ones to call. He did a great job, but she actually tangled her arm up there with Munga too. But if you fight for that front position, you are always going to get the advantage at the end of the day.
Nathan Strempel courtside. Nathan, what have you got for us?
Well, I've got a question for Coach Larissa Anderson. Atwell started the quarter with 4 fouls, now Maley with 4. Crucial stage here with 5:16 remaining. How do you play this risk? He's risked Atwell out there all quarter, whereas Maley sitting, she's had the hot hand sitting now for a couple of crucial minutes.
Yeah, it's it's 2 completely different players, isn't it, Nath? Like Atwell's more on the perimeter, whereas Maley, her game is really getting herself in there. So I don't think she'll sit for too long, but maybe a couple of minutes just to finish it off. She's their main scorer right now. They really do need her out there, but she does do all the physical work. So that's a real tough one having her on 4.
Good question, Nate. Thanks for bringing it to us. It's really crucial stages in the game now for Perth. A lot to think about for Coach Ryan Petrick. 77 plays 73. Jade Melbourne. Can she get closer to that 15-point mark? And there's 1,000 career points. Shot clock ticking down. Couldn't quite get it to go.
Better D there by Perth.
Wilson. So as you mentioned, Atwell staying on. Amihia.
Yeah.
Beautiful drive.
But how's Ali Wilson's pass? That's such a nice delivery.
Exactly right. Wilson's had the quiet game, 6 points, 2 from 9.
I think Canberra need to visit this matchup here. Amihi really is taking it at Collier, and I think Collier is really struggling to contain her. So they might need to have a look at the matchup there.
We're going to head to a break. 77 plays 75. Welcome back to the AIS Arena. 77 plays 75. Leticia Ami here at the line. The crucial stage of the game. Doesn't convert that three-point play. She had the two just before the timeout. You can see the same fives on the floor for both teams. So Amy Atwell remains out there. Annalie Maley on the bench. Both of them on those 4 fouls. Atwell jacks up a three. Doesn't quite get it to go. Ami here finding herself in all the right spots and converts.
She's doing such a great job, and I mentioned the matchup, but there's not really a lot of other choices. If you have Collier out there, which they really do need her out there, this is Perth small ball, and this is the challenge it poses to teams, matching up.
27 points for Leticia Ami here. Nath, you were with the Perth huddle. What are they thinking at the moment?
We talked with Ryan Petrick pre-game about their depth. You see here trusting his depth, under 4 remaining. Their co-captain Annalie Maley still sitting on the bench with 4 fouls. He just talked about their attention to detail defensively, how they're guarding Canberra's on-ball screens and wanting them to jump aggressively to not allow them to pick it apart.
Gorman nails a triple. That's exactly the response Ryan Petrick would have hoped for.
But how's that by Ami here? Beautiful delivery there. Saw that the key was contested. Her shooter running behind her. Great dish.
Deeble kicks it out to Potch. That one just goes over.
Collier had Ali Wilson on her in the key there. I think that needed to go inside and try to go to work.
Probably that what we spoke about, that Perth really knowing their system and the Caps still trying to find their way. As they get more experience, they'll get those looks hopefully. Wilson stepping back on Melbourne, and it gets it to go. Really tough from Ali Wilson.
That's a really tough finish, but she's going to keep putting them up. She's a quality player and she's having an amazing season.
Bit of a danger period here for the Caps. Perth out to a 5-point lead. Just under 3 minutes left in this game. Collier gets her way through. And was the foul called on Maley there?
It would be tough if it was. That's
yeah,
probably more a no call.
Either way, Collier at the line. Deeble heads to the bench. So the foul was called on Gorman. Yeah, you can see she just came in there.
I thought that was actually pretty good D by the Lynx and just a really tough finish.
Collier gets the and one. They close back within 2. Collier up to 20 points for the game. Ami here, the pass goes errant. A big chance here for the Caps.
That was a really good look there. They just didn't quite finish it, but what an opportunity here for the Caps.
It's in the hands of the 18-year-old Monique Bobongi.
Oh dear.
Tried to find Melbourne. Too many Perth bodies in the way. Maley calling for it from Ami here. Wants to go herself. Loses it.
Interesting that no foul was called, but they've called this the Lynx ball.
Yeah, so Ami here stayed down there. You can see there the pass wasn't quite right to Wilson. And we've got a timeout on the floor. Ami here still down there below the rim.
Just having a little rest.
She's just telling the cameraman to head away for a sec, but either way, 82 plays 80. Crucial stages in both timeouts. Larissa Anderson, a lot for both coaches to think about at these stages of the game.
Well, look, unfortunately, the Caps have had a few blowouts this season, but they've also had some really close games. So they're going into this with some experience, so it'll be really another great experience for them to come up against a top 2 team and see how they can finish this off. They have been so good all game. It would be great to see them finish here.
Ami here gets back to her feet and heads back to the Perth bench. Of course, the last Capitals win came in this arena against Townsville, of all teams, 1 point as well. So you're totally right. this game is well within their reach, but Perth, in-form team right now, 3 straight wins, looking for a 4th. They've already bet this team twice this season, so it's a fascinating state of affairs at the moment.
And plenty of time on the clock.
Absolutely, 2 minutes 14 left. 2 points the difference.
And Jade Melbourne continues to sit on 11 points.
Come on, Jade. Of course, if you missed it, she needs 15 points, so 4 more points to get to 1,000 WNBL career points. But right now, she'll be focused on getting her team the win. So too the captain, Arnalee Maley from the Perth Lynx, heading to the line. Let's head to Nathan Strempel courtside. Nathan, it's loud in there, but what's the update on Letitia Mejia?
Yeah, plenty of feelings. Chantel Horvat's 4th foul sending Maley to the line there. He just hit her face on the floor briefly, but she's fine, so she's good to go, which is important for Perth Lynx. She's been crucial for them with 27 thus far.
Thanks for the update there, Nate. Good to see her out there. You can see her behind Maley there. Maley knocks down both free throws. Heard Nath mention Horvat's 4th foul as well. She's sticking out there. Babongi. Melbourne. Guarded by Gorman. And then Amihia. Dishes it to Posh. Driving. Shot falls short. Big rebound here for Perth. Lead by 3 at the moment. Amihia with the 27 points. Maley with the 20. They're only 2 players in double figures. Chibatoni has played a crucial part today. Great shot.
And they're the basket she makes. She's the veteran of the team, one of the veterans of the team, and that is just such a composed, great finish.
So another timeout on the floor. Perth leading the Caps 85-80. Of course, Perth leading this series 2-0. Caps would love to get one back, but also more importantly, get their first win since November. Over a month, they haven't experienced victory. They've come close a couple of times. The crowd getting right behind them at the AIS Arena.
Look, you always want to see a team rewarded when they've been this good today, particularly against such a quality unit like Perth. But no matter what happens, Canberra should be so much happier with the overall consistency of this game, and that's the word that Gorry keeps using. They have been fantastic today. Again, some little areas where they let themselves down, but they've put 80 points on the board. Perth are always high-scoring teams, so they can visit their defence in, like, obviously their defensive clips. But for the most part, it's been a really great game to watch.
Absolutely, one of the games of the season for mine. Caps and Perth both play a great brand of basketball. And I wonder if it's a bit of Jade Melbourne time out here at the moment. You can see Horvat sticking out there with the 4 fouls. But Jade Melbourne, it's a time for her to take over. Hasn't scored in the second half. The captain of this team.
She does have 11 rebounds and 5 steals. She's been pretty fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely.
She could work on her rebound. Should have discussed that with Santa as well.
So here she is with ball in hand. She's been feeding her teammates all game. This time finds Babongi. Shot clock ticking down. It gets swatted away by Maley. Horvat
Great
keeps
job,
it in.
Horvat.
Shot clock expires. It's the right idea there from the Caps. 1:16 left. Can Perth sew it up here? Maley's been huge, 21 points, and all the meanwhile she's sitting on the 4 fouls. Amihia to Wilson.
Great
Drives
pass.
in, gets the dish to Amihia.
That's the part of Ali Wilson's game that's just really thrived in this Perth lineup. We all know she can score, but her delivery of the ball to her teammates has been fantastic.
So 53 seconds left. Perth have opened up a 7-point lead.
Canberra need to make sure they stay really focused in this last minute. Don't give up any easy baskets. Maintain that pressure.
Mihia posting up. Chibatoni asking for some movement. Bongi careful not to reach. Potch with Wilson. Finds Gorman. Back to Wilson. They're using the shot clock really well here, the Lynx. Chibatoni can't convert. Offensive rebound, a crucial one. Again, they're just happy to use the clock here. Gorman. Maley. Chibatoni. Spinning around. Shot clock violation. It's been a mighty performance from both these teams, really, but Perth, with all their experience, standing up. Oh, and I think there might be a foul call in the middle of all that. I thought it was a shot clock violation. My apologies.
I think the crowd agree with you. Yeah, I didn't pick up on that foul.
So Chibatoni at the line can really sew it up for the Lynx. With all the experience that she's got. Knocks them both down. The Caps can have the last shot, but Bongi a deep triple. Perth with another chance to finish it off.
Look, it's a shame that the Caps have finished the game this way, but they should be really proud of their efforts, and huge credit to Perth.
Amazing performance.
They had to work really hard to get over the line there when you're shooting that percentage, and that's their game style. So great job by Perth Lynx to get over the line there, just through sheer hard work.
It's a 4 in a row for the Perth Lynx, a clean sweep of the series, and the Amy replay shows a Mihia with the back pass to Gorman. That just shows the experience of the Lynx and the Showtime basketball they provide. You can see the celebration there, Mikel Bridges style, it looked like. The Perth Lynx having so much fun out there. 4 in a row, a clean sweep of the series against the Caps. At full time, it's Perth 89 defeating the UC Capitals 80. So a great performance from Ryan Petrick's team, Larissa Anderson. They stood up in the crucial moments, a really strong second half to bring it home.
It really was. I mean, you look at their three-point percentage. They shot it, they ended up lifting it to a whopping 25%, but they take that after their the first half. They ended up with 8 from 32 from the three-point line. So they certainly didn't die wondering. They'd like to, I think as you've mentioned a few times, their free throw percentage, 72%. They'd like to get those 8 points back, but credit to them. I mean, they ended up lifting to 46 rebounds. They ended up winning the rebound count off 11 offensive rebounds, did a much better job blocking out in the second half. Because Canberra were heading to 20-plus offensive rebounds. So they did a much better job of blocking out, particularly in that fourth quarter. Credit to Annalie Maley and Amihia. 2 huge games there in 29 points and 7 rebounds to Amihia. And Maley, 21 points and 10 rebounds. The two of them alone just worked really hard. And credit to Chibatoni as well. She just gives such great minutes. She was the only, not like them, she was their third double-digit scorer off the bench, but her baskets are poised, they're patient, and she makes them when it counts.
Nathan Smith, the star of the show, Annalie Maley.
Annalie, 21 and 10. Did your heart break a little bit when they were smashing on the boards in the first quarter?
It's not a great thing when we give up that many O boards to the opposition. Credit to Canberra though, God, it's tough to box out Charlie Collier and Chantel Horvat. They do a good job at crashing the glass, so we just have to adjust, I guess.
You got a bit of a taste of how other teams feel when you guys kill them. Annalie, talk about the belief. 1 of 17 from the three-point line in the first half, and you come out and hit 4 straight in the third quarter.
Well, look, we know we can make them. It's hard because it's all right, so you're looking at percentages from the last, 5 games, but we have, seasons of work behind us as individual athletes, so sometimes the percentages don't reflect how good we actually are, and Ryan gives us the green light to shoot it, right? That's our offense. We like to play fast and we like to shoot the 3 ball, and when we get offensive rebounds, it means that we can actually run our offense and then get into some 3-point shots, so it's good when it starts to drop for sure.
It looked pretty, and that's 4 straight for you now. You get to go home, bring in the new year back in Perth. and then you've got Adelaide on January 5. Must be feeling good as a group at the moment.
Yeah, look, we're going to have to go back and unfortunately watch some of our not so great parts of this game. But again, like, every time we've played Canberra so far, it's been a really tough game. Like, they're a talented team, and their win-loss record doesn't reflect how hard they are to play. So we're happy with that win. It's always a pleasure to play in Canberra. They've got great support base. So go home, yeah, Happy New Year. Spend some time at the beach with the dog. Not think about basketball for at least 24 hours. And yeah, get back on the horse and do it all again come New Year.
Well done. Enjoy the break. Probably feels good after a win. Cheers.
Thanks.
Thanks to Nathan and Annalie there for a great chat. Great insights from Annalie Maylier. And we're going to throw straight back to Nathan, who's got another star of the show, Leticia Amihia.
Leticia Amihia had 29 and 7, crucial for him. Tell us about your self-belief. You had 2 fouls in the first 4 minutes of the game. Didn't look like it may be your day, but you stuck fat and got the win.
I'm kind of used to it at this point, getting early foul trouble, so I knew coming in I had to stay aggressive, but still being mindful of the fouls that I had. But my team needed me, so I had to do what I need to do to get the win.
You talk about staying aggressive. We talked about it with Annalie. They were really a problem on the glass in the first quarter. The way you corrected that, not only correcting the rebound count, but yourself offensively being able to get at the rim. Talk to us about how you turned that around.
Yeah, they just wanted it more, and, you know, we're a team that fights. We love each other, and we got to show that on the court. So obviously we didn't show that in the first half, and we just adjusted.
And it's a case, what I thought stood out was your resilience when things didn't go your way. Annalie had a 50-50 call for her third and then her fourth, and even with her in foul trouble, Amy in foul trouble, you guys were still able to stay strong and believe in yourself.
Yeah, I mean, last time we were here, it was to the buzzer, so we knew that coming in, they weren't just going to lay down, and we had to go get it.
Way to go get it. Enjoy the win. Enjoy the new year.
Thank you.
So Nathan with Leticia Amihia post-game. She had a fantastic performance, 29 points, 7 rebounds, as Nathan mentioned. Well, what a game that was, Larissa Anderson. We're just catching our breath as we take a look at the Signet WNBL highlights. And it really was a tale of two halves. All the Caps in the first half brought the energy, and then in the second half, Perth's experience just took over. Their shots started going, and they come away with a 9-point win.
Yeah, and I think just their depth. But the fact is that you've got a team, and I think Atwell mentioned it in her interview, that they've had a lot of returning players, and you can see it. You can see the chemistry. That is something that builds, whereas the WNBL, the season comes in really fast. You've got a whole lot of games. You don't get a whole lot of time in between. So you're learning on the go, and you can see that with the Caps right now. So credit to them. I think there was so much improvement today, but also well done to the Lynx, because that was a grind, and it showed them that they stick to their game plan, they can get it done.
As they've mentioned, 4 straight wins for Perth now, and they head back home to face Adelaide Sunday, January 5. The Caps also are going to face Adelaide. They travel over on Friday, January 3. So a bit to think about for that clash, but they can be proud of what they put in today, Larissa.
Yeah, absolutely. And they've just got to keep building on this now. So they keep talking about 4 quarters, consistency. I think that would be a huge step forward today.
Absolutely. They know they're capable of winning these close games. We saw it up against Townsville back in November, the 1-point win at the AIS Arena. So they're just going to keep on building that consistency and building that game style. They've shown a team of real promise, and that's shown by Annalie Maylier speaking so high about them as well. But the Perth Lynx going super well at the moment.
Yeah, I think Maylier spoke beautifully then, and she always does. Credit where credit's due, that Canberra really did make them fight for that today. But I think if you're Perth and you're Ryan Pedrick, you'd be like, well, we didn't play our best game. We still got it done, and what a great battle. So in front of a fantastic crowd. So again, credit to the Cap fans for coming out and getting behind their Caps today. And I have no doubt they will continue to for the rest of the season.
Absolutely. We know Jade Melbourne's still those 4 points away from those 1,000.
She left us hanging, didn't she?
I know, we really wanted it this game, but Jade will get it in no time, no doubt. Of course, up against Adelaide on Friday, Jan 3, as I just mentioned. And here are the full-time stats for the game. So we saw big numbers from Amihia and Maylier for the Lynx, 29 and 21. Shibatoni got herself up to double figures with 12 points. And then for the Caps, it was Collier with 20 points and 10 rebounds. Jane Owen with the 11 points and 11 assists. Ali Wilson in the assist column for Perth with the 9 assists and the 7 rebounds. So she had a really well-rounded game, even though it wasn't quite the scoring output. But that's what you spoke about, Larissa, the depth of the Perth Lynx team. They play a role, whether it's scoring, rebounds or assists. They all work together, and you can see why they're 4 in a row.
Yeah, and you can see that every single scoreline, the stats each game, it's different players. Like last game it was Atwell lead scoring. Today it's Maley and Amy here. I mean, at every single game you've got different players that are stepping up, which makes it really tough to guard.
And this is the great part of the Signet WNBL, the players sticking around to sign autographs for the fans. And there's so many Jane Melbourne fans in the house at AIS Arena and around the country and around the world, mind you, as well. We've seen her do so well in the WNBA. She's come back to the WNBL. She loves playing for this Cats team, and she really led from the front this game. 11 points and 11 assists, as we mentioned, the 3 rebounds as well. She is just a bona fide star, and she continues to step up in key moments.
She really does, and this is, look, although the girls will probably be just so longing for that next win, if they just stay focused on, they are all improving out of sight. They're all getting a lot out of the season. For someone like Jade Melbourne, who is one of our upcoming point guards in the country, this is such a good challenge and experience for her this season. And every game she just needs to keep staying really focused and poised and strategic with Paul Goris on what they need to do. She is learning an abundance this season, and she no doubt is embracing it.
Well, recapping the round, Bendigo got back on the winners list in convincing fashion against Adelaide, with Kelsey Griffin getting a double-double in her first start of the season. We, of course, just saw Perth get the job done by 9 points over the Caps. And up next, join us on 9 now as Townsville host Geelong at the Fire Pit in the second of our Sunday Hoops doubleheader. Larissa, the Fire are working their way back into form nicely.
As they always do, they've got a very new lineup this year, so it was always going to take them probably a few weeks to really bring it together. They've also had a changeover with their imports, so you can see that they're really starting to bring it nicely together now. So this should be a really entertaining game, so make sure you keep tuning in.
Absolutely, it just keeps on heating up, this league. We've seen Perth consolidate their spot in the top 2, getting closer to the Spirit. And as Annalie Maley mentioned, the win-loss record doesn't quite sit right for the Caps because they've been performing so well all season, and the fans are clearly appreciative of what they've been able to do.
Yeah, and it shows that this league, even though you would look at the ladder and if you just go by wins and losses, as Maley mentioned, it's not indicative of how they're actually playing. Any team is capable of beating any team this season. Everyone has to be ready to go week in, week out.
So the next couple of games up for the Lynx, they of course head home to face Adelaide, then they've got a bit of a road trip. They go to Geelong and Bendigo, and then they face off against Southside at home. So some very even games in that 4-game stretch. And then for the Caps, they travel to Adelaide, come home to face Geelong and the Lightning again, and they travel to Townsville. So we know how their last trip to Townsville worked out. They'll have to learn a lot from that and bounce back for that game.
For sure. And look, thankful to all the review sessions that I have no doubt Gori would have them sitting through. They will have, well, they showed today, didn't they, that they are constantly learning, they're embracing it. I loved how much fun they had out there today. They really did look like they were a lot more relaxed post the Christmas break. They've celebrated an 18th birthday. Everyone contributed. They had look, if you look at their stat sheet, they had 4 players in double figures with another 3 players on 8, 6 and 7. There are so many positives to that game today, so no doubt we'll see that continue.
Well, on behalf of myself, Larissa Anderson, Nathan Strempel and our amazing production team, thanks for tuning in and enjoy the next game between Townsville and Geelong.
Ellis driving baseline. What a dive! Wickham. How sweet was that? Step back three.
Wow.
Taylor George. She's got a flamethrower at the moment.
Shelley with a big triple.
It was acrobatic. It was impressive. It was Steph Talbot.
Jade Melbourne, the lefty lay in. Capitals continue to roll. Perth have been unconscious from 3. Alice Koenig connects.
She's pumped up, and so she should be.
Minnesota. Two points.